Hi, Tamal. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
You've been writing about bank profitability every quarter now. The question that I want to ask is the merger of PSPs a factor in profitability of banks in India?
I mean, I don't think there's any direct correlation. Yes, I have been writing on bank profitability or bank earnings every quarter because every quarter is better than the previous quarter. So it's pretty exciting time. If you see 3 years back, just before COVID, scene was very different. And despite COVID, this is a system which has been able to manage all the stress so well. It's wonderful to see. Has this consolidation contributed? Well, consolidation has given them scale. It cut down the duplication of business, etc. But I'm not very sure it has. We are seeing the benefit. We have started seeing the benefit because if you see with a microscope their balance sheet, the different parameters, public sector, most of the PSBs, barring a few like State Bank of India is a case in point. It's a pink of health when it comes to stressed assets, but most of the PSBs has far higher bad assets, both particularly gross non-performing assets. Even net after provisioning net non-performing is far higher than others. So they have not been able to get the benefit of scale as yet.
Now, bank profits are rising, but corporate profits are down. As rates rise, can banks sustain the dream run, especially as deposit mobilization has not kept pace?
One of the contributing factors of corporate profits getting down is, apart from the input cost rising, which is already high, raw material cost, their cost of finance also has gone down. Sorry, their cost of finance also has gone up because the banks have risen the loan rates. Typically banks are fast in raising their loan rates in sync with the policy rate, but they're slow in raising the deposit rates. As far as banks are concerned, there are two challenges, as you rightly said. Yes, deposit is a big challenge. What we may see is the stronger banks which have been doing well, they will probably tap the capital market to raise capital, and capital will give them liquidity to lend more. That's one, but everybody won't be able to do that. So then either they need to rein in their credit growth, or they need to, at the same time, they also need to go to town to raise deposits. Few of them, they don't have the necessary expertise in the retail segment. But if you dissect, bulk of the credit in the loan is going to retail. Now, do they have the right kind of underwriting, risk management, and everything is in place? I doubt. So we need to see, these are the two big challenges. One is the quality of new credit. We need to wait a few years. Will some of the banks will end up will they end up burning their fingers? And at the same time, other challenges on the liability side. How would they raise deposits?
Now, because we've been talking about public sector banks, and this is something which is a recent news item, what is your opinion on the PSP CEO and MD term being increased to 10 years? Was it ever a factor in profitability of banks?
Certainly not profitability, but how a bank is run. Definitely, you need to see the tenure of the CEO. Now, if you look at the private sector banks, Aditya Puri has probably the longest tenure at the helm across the globe in global banking system. Now, but the public sector banks still, I'm talking about at least a decade back. There is absolutely no rule. Somebody was getting for 1 year, somebody was getting for 2 years, somebody was getting for 3 years, etc. Now, the shorter you have, the bigger the problem. There is no continuity and there is no responsibility. Other part is, which I wish at the next stage they would do, that why it should be capped at 60. Why not go beyond 60? For instance, if somebody is getting a tenure at 53 for 10 years, so let the person continue till 63. What's the issue? They have done it for State Bank of India, the past three, including the current one, they have exceeded 60. Now, why not you do this for even the banks, that the competent bank? And the other part is this, let them not take it granted tenure is there. If you are incompetent, then you need to go. but our regulator does not bother much about the competence part. It's not a bank, but among the financial intermediaries, do we follow the same norm? Like as we speak, NABARD, which is a very critical institution in the entire architecture of Indian financial system, particularly for the agriculture credit norm. NABARD is headless for more than 3 months now.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for your time. We hope to see you next week again. Thank you.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
I am the blue of the limitless sky. I am the inspiration that led success soar high. I will achieve, I will fly high. I am the I in SBI.
I'm backed by the nation's trusted bank, SBI, the banker to every Indian.